Hello, and welcome to the Library of AI's Andrea. Why is it so easy to repeat bad habits and so monumentally difficult to form good ones? We've all been there. We set a goal, feel a burst of motivation, and stick with a new routine for a few days, only to find ourselves back at square one, frustrated and disappointed. We want to change, but something always seems to pull us back. What if the problem isn't you? What if the reason you struggle isn't a lack of willpower, but a flawed system? In his international bestseller, Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones, author James Clear provides a revolutionary framework for improvement. He argues that real, lasting change doesn't come from a single, heroic effort, but from the compounding effect of hundreds of tiny habits. These are the atomic habits, small as a particle, but powerful as an explosion. Today, we will break down Clear's practical and actionable system. We'll explore why small changes make a huge difference, why you should focus on systems instead of goals, and how you can use his 4 laws of behavior change to transform your life, one tiny step at a time. The core idea of atomic habits is that small, consistent improvements have a remarkable, compounding power. Clear illustrates this with a simple piece of math. If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you will end up over 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, a 1% decline each day leaves you near zero. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. This is why we often fail. We expect progress to be linear and get discouraged when we work hard for weeks without seeing a major result. Clear calls this the plateau of latent potential. Think of an ice cube in a room being slowly heated from 25 to 31 degrees. Nothing seems to be happening. But that 1 degree shift to 32 degrees unlocks a massive change. Your hard work isn't wasted, it's being stored. Meaningful results are often delayed, and you must persist long enough to break through this plateau. This was the strategy used by the British cycling team. For a century, they were mediocre. But in 2003, new performance director Dave Brailsford implemented a philosophy he called the aggregation of marginal gains. They looked for a 1% improvement in everything, redesigning bike seats, testing massage gels, even painting the inside of the team truck white to spot dust more easily. These tiny changes compounded into an unprecedented run of success, including 5 Tour de France victories in 6 years. They proved that success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. Prevailing wisdom tells us to set specific, actionable goals. But Clear argues this is a mistake. He points out that winners and losers often have the very same goals. Every Olympian wants a gold medal. The goal isn't what separates them. The difference is their system, the collection of daily habits and processes that lead to results. If you want better results, he says, forget about setting goals. Focus on your system instead. More profoundly, Clear introduces the 3 layers of behavior change. Imagine an onion. The outer layer is outcomes, what you get, like losing weight. The middle layer is processes, what you do, like going to the gym. The deepest layer is identity, what you believe, who you wish to become. Most people try to change from the outside in. They start with the outcome they want. This is difficult to sustain. The most effective way to change is from the inside out. You must start with your identity. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. When you make your bed, you cast a vote for being an organized person. When you go to the gym, you cast a vote for being an athletic person. The most practical way to change who you are is to change what you do. Small habits provide the evidence that builds a new identity. Clear breaks down every habit into a 4-step feedback loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue triggers a craving, which motivates a response, which provides a reward that satisfies the craving and reinforces the loop. To build good habits, we need to make them obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. This creates the 4 laws. The first law: make it obvious. Many of our habits are triggered by cues in our environment that we don't even consciously notice. The most powerful way to start a new habit is to make the cue obvious. Clear offers 2 simple strategies. Implementation intention: be specific about when and where you will act. The formula is I will behavior, at time, in location. For example, I will meditate for 1 minute at 7 a.m. in my kitchen. Habit stacking. Link your new habit to an existing one. The formula is after current habit, I will new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. To break a bad habit, you simply invert the law, make it invisible. Reduce exposure to the cues that trigger it. If you waste time on your phone, leave it in another room. The second law, make it attractive. Habits are a dopamine-driven feedback loop. We are motivated by the anticipation of a reward. To make a habit stick, you need to make it attractive. Temptation bundling. Pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. The formula is after habit I need, I will habit I want. For example, after I process my work emails, I will watch my favorite Netflix show. Join a culture. We are heavily influenced by the habits of those around us. Surround yourself with people for whom your desired behavior is the normal behavior. If you want to get fit, join a gym or running group where being active is the cultural norm. To break a bad habit, invert it. Make it unattractive. Reframe your mindset. Instead of thinking, I have to stop smoking, think, I get to be healthy and protect my lungs. The third law, make it easy. Human behavior follows the law of least effort. We naturally gravitate toward the option that requires the least work. You don't need more motivation. You need to reduce the friction associated with your good habits. Reduce friction. Prepare your environment for future use. If you want to eat healthier, chop your vegetables on the weekend. If you want to go to the gym in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. The 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Read before bed each night becomes read 1 page. Run 3 miles becomes put on my running shoes. The point is to master the art of showing up. You have to standardize before you can optimize. To break a bad habit, invert it. Make it difficult. Increase the friction. Unplug the TV after each use. Delete social media apps from your phone. The fourth law, make it satisfying. The cardinal rule of behavior change is this. What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided. Our brains evolved to prioritize immediate returns. The costs of good habits are in the present. Their rewards are in the future. You must find a way to bring the reward into the present. Give yourself an immediate reward. Find a way to feel successful right after you complete your habit. For example, if you are saving money by not buying coffee, transfer that $5 into a savings account named Dream Vacation immediately. The reward is seeing the account grow. Use a habit tracker. The simple act of marking an X on a calendar provides immediate, visual proof of your progress. It's a satisfying reward in itself. The goal is simple, don't break the chain. And if you do miss a day, the rule is to never miss twice. To break a bad habit, invert it, make it unsatisfying. Make the consequences immediate. An accountability partner or a habit contract can add a social or financial cost to an action, making the bad habit immediately painful. Atomic Habits is more than just a collection of life hacks. It is a user's manual for human behavior. James Clear has synthesized decades of research from psychology, biology, and neuroscience into a simple, practical, and powerful system for change. The secret to results that last is to understand that success is not a goal to be reached, but a system to be improved. It's about becoming 1% better every day. By focusing on your identity, building a better system, and mastering the 4 laws of behavior change, you can stop fighting against yourself and start making progress that compounds into remarkable, life-changing results. If you're ready to stop fighting against your own willpower and start building a better system for success, we highly recommend you get the full details from James Clear himself. You can find a link to purchase Atomic Habits in the description below. Thank you for joining us at the Library of AI's Andrea. If you found this summary valuable, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who are on a path of self-improvement. We'll see you in the next chapter.